Hi, my name is Nick Pateras, and this is the cannabis industry unrolled. Having brick and mortar cannabis stores is absolutely critical, and the reason for that is really fourfold. Number one is that retail is the critical touch point for education. We basically have two groups of consumers. One group has been buying cannabis illegally for years, and they probably sit on a body of information which may have inaccuracies but definitely has inconsistencies. The other is a group of consumers who've never bought cannabis or haven't bought cannabis for some time. Both of those groups need to become familiarized with what the legal landscape looks like and what legal products are available to them. So education is absolutely paramount. That cannot be replicated easily in an online setting. Even if you have a chatbot or a customer call center, it doesn't effectively replicate the ability to walk into a store and engage in a one-on-one conversation with a retail store employee. Secondly, I would argue that if you look at the shopping preference of cannabis consumers, just like alcohol consumers, they do prefer to go into a store. So if you think about, for instance, the difficulty some alcohol players have had stepping into online sales, there are very few alcohol companies who have a great deal of their sales go through their e-commerce portal. Thirdly, we know that cannabis shopping is a tactile experience. Consumers want to smell and see the dried flower that they're purchasing. Obviously, you can't do that in an online setting. And then lastly, if you think about the ingrained shopping behavior of alcohol consumers and assert that that might be similar in cannabis, think of how busy your local alcohol retailer is between the hours of 5 and 9 p.m. on a Friday. Most of those purchases would be for same day or same evening consumption. So to that end, it will be very difficult for online e-commerce cannabis stores to replicate the convenience offered by a storefront that a consumer can walk into at their leisure and walk out with cannabis in hand for consumption that same day if they so choose.